In Zizi Kodwa on the dismissal by the court of Terry Crawford-Browne's application. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, Mr. Kodwa. So much has been said about this Security Commission into the arms deal. Now the court has, in a way, vindicated the findings. What's your view?
We never doubted, thanks very much, we never doubted the findings of the Security Commission. And I think that it was important that perhaps all the people who have always doubted the fact that made allegations were invited to appear before the commission. Many of them could not come with substantive evidence to prove their allegations, which have made in public. We're quite happy that many of them couldn't prove, but also the findings indicated that the arms deal, the so-called arms deal, was corruption-free. What we find in Terry Crawford is that it's not about law. It's not about what he believes, because he can't prove his allegations. And therefore, he wants to sustain the perception that perhaps there was some elements of corruption in the procurement. We're quite happy that the highest court in the land in South Africa has actually confirmed as well that the procurement of the arms procurement was in fact corruption-free.
All right. Well, the highest court in the land didn't say that. They just said they're not going to hear the case itself, saying that it wouldn't be in the interest of justice. Crawford-Browne is going to higher courts or other courts in Europe and in the US. Is that a concern?
No, it's not a concern. You recall from all the processes that we have gone through as a country, given an opportunity to people like Crawford-Browne, that they must come forward and present their evidence, which they failed. The issues that he raises have got nothing to do about the law. They've nothing to do about him proving the allegations. He has been given that opportunity inside South Africa. Whether he goes to US, whether he goes anywhere in the world, no court again will give him an opportunity to prove those allegations, because he failed here in South Africa to prove the allegations that he has made. From our point of view, the ruling of the Concord closes all the matters around the procurement of the arms deal.
So I know that in April you must have thought that the matter was closed then. How do you convince people that still have lingering doubts, that are skeptical about those findings? I think Patricia de Lille at the time said that this result was predetermined.
Because some of them, they don't look at it. Remember, many of them failed to prove these allegations, both in the commission. Some went to court, even court rejected, because they couldn't, even in the courts of law, prove these allegations. The issue is no longer that there is a suspicion of allegations of corruption. It's more of a political issue. If you are able to accept the outcomes of the commission and now the ruling of the Concord, it means you are minusing what to others has become a political tool in the public discourse. So they will continue to do so, but those who believe and subscribe and uphold the rule of law, the matter has now been closed. Therefore, it can't be raised as an issue unless there's new evidence to suggest that there's something which the commission did not consider, or any court of law that did not consider. From our point of view, the ANC, given the processes that have been followed by our government with the commission, the matter is now closed.
All right, and that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very much indeed for your time. That was the ANC spokesperson, Zizi Kodwa, saying that the outcome of the Security Commission and the Concord's decision not to hear Crawford-Browne's application to have the Security Commission ruling set aside, they had no doubt about that whatsoever. And as you've heard him say, they consider this matter now closed. All right, we're going to take